What's up, dreamers who do? Let's not waste time. We've got 18 minutes and we've got 18 points to cover. 18 things that a student must do while he or she is in college to have the best student life. And all of these experiences that I have gathered and me standing here on a TEDx platform has been because of all the experiences I've garnered over my student life in both school and college. And it's been just a year and 9 months since I was last out of college. So I would be crunching down all of that data and presenting that in front of you so that you can live the best student life. So let's go. Point 1, know everyone's story. All right? So I remember I was the kind of guy in school who used to always leave school and college last because I used to interact with almost everyone there. Everyone in school or college in your class has a story. And we don't even know the names of the individuals in our own class. The story is a distant future. So my point is, get to know the story of each and every individual of your class, because you will just get stuck in your own circle and you will not move out of it. And that will not allow you to broaden your own perspectives of life and also not allow you to increase your own network. So the first point, know everyone's story. The second one, read. Reading has been an amazing part of my own life. I read at least a couple of books a week. And it's not just, and I know that in class, in both school and college, umpteen number of books have been confiscated of mine because I was having my textbook open and I might have a storybook on top of it. So my school and college library has had a lot of contributions from my end as well. I read a lot of non-fiction, fiction, and autobiographies. Books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and autobiographies of Richard Branson or Alibaba's founder Jack Ma. All of these books, they broaden your horizon. They allow you to imagine things that you've never ever imagined for yourself. So although your parents and teachers will keep telling you, read books, guys, please read books. It will absolutely change the shift of your own mind and your entire thought process. The third point, go on stage. So I remember the first time I went on stage, it was in my 7th standard, and I was participating in an elocution contest. And from then on, I have most of the times come on stage for communication, but I've also come on stage to sing, to dance, and also walk on the ramp, because there are perks of being a school captain. So you get to get all of those things. But the point is, most of the time since I came up on stage for communication, I understood how important that entire factor is. So how do you find a way to go up on stage? Grab every single opportunity that you can get. All right? If you've got an open mic in your area, grab it. If you're getting an opportunity to anchor a relative's marriage function, grab it. If there's a class presentation happening, grab it, get up on stage. What we used to do, we were a set of 6 people. We used to have weekly meetings where we would choose a certain topic, and every one of us would speak on that topic for 5 minutes, and the rest of them would give feedback on that particular topic. A great way to improve your communication. Grab any opportunity you can to go up on stage. Next one, lead. I have had innumerable number of roles in leadership, both in college and in school, and that has not just made me a better leader today, but it has given me an immense amount of confidence. Find a way to lead. If you don't become a school captain, does not matter. Find a way to lead. Stand for elections in your union or in different societies. There are social organizations. You can even lead in a patriotic singing competition. Find a way to lead, and if nothing of all that works, do an event for yourself. Get 4 people together, do a cleanliness drive in one place, and make yourself a leader. Unless and until you don't make yourself a leader, the experience you will never understand. And India, ladies and gentlemen, and the world, we are leaders, and that's what we need. Find a way to lead. The next point, participate. I have participated in, again, innumerable competitions. I have participated in almost innumerable competitions across, Competitions varying from elocution, debates, video making, and the most important competition I've ever participated in was in my ninth standard, and it was Antakshari. So the array of competitions you can understand, but every single place I participated in, I understood my skill sets. Okay, probably this is a good skill set that I should invest my time in. This is a skill set not for me. So every single competition I participated in, I understood who am I as a person and where I can take myself. So any opportunity, be that kind of guy who raises the hand in class, in school, in college to grab every opportunity to participate. Next point, search opportunities. I crave and hunt for opportunities, and my eyes and ears are always open for them. I will always look at people who are senior to me, who've created opportunities for themselves in various ways. I'm always online on Google at 3 a.m., writing on Google, what are the best opportunities for college and school students in India? And that's how hungry I was for opportunities, and that's allowed me to win competitions and go for trips to Canada and Dubai, and also win competitions that have been both nationally and internationally recognized. And I don't just talk about competitions here. Find opportunities in boot camps, workshops, and all these different areas, because that will not just improve your network, but it will also improve your skill set. So go online tonight, find opportunities what you can for both college and school students, and apply for them. Don't think twice, apply for them. Next point. This is the favorite point. People will like this point. It's break rules. Now, I'll tell you a secret of mine. You just have to promise me that you don't share it with my college, with my school administration. So when I was in my 12th standard, we found this loophole in the school system. So the loophole was that we could get into class in the second period and miss the first period. And in the second period, if we did not get the attendance for that period, we could tell the teacher later on that, sir or ma'am, I was at the principal's office. So me and my two friends, we used this loophole to our best advantage. What we did is that instead of not attending the first period, we were enjoying and chilling at Sharma Tea House, having kachori and lassi. This is a very controversial statement, especially in a college environment. But the point is, and this point is made by one of the greatest people to have walked this earth. All right? Find a way to probably bunk classes and enjoy with friends, because later on, marks will never make you smile, but memories will. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is said by none other than Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So that's not me, that's him. All right, break rules. Probably gonna be the favorite of all the points that I put on this slide. The next one, serve differently. In terms of, I've always been participating or involving myself with a lot of social work and social organizations. I also started this social entrepreneurial venture in my first year of college called Wake Up Kid. And what we were doing there, we were looking at problems and we were thinking, how can we solve this problem sustainably? For example, there are cleanliness drives that happen in both schools and colleges. All right? In this cleanliness drive, 50 students, they go to Victoria, they pick up plastic, they put it in a bag, and they come back. But the next day, Victoria is again dirty. So the overall impact has been just for one day. So think of problems, look at the solutions, and what we did there, and try and solve it sustainably. What we did there is that we chose 10 spots across the city, and we mobilized school students all across, and we transformed those spots and beautified it. We painted it, put gamlas, and all of that. Until today, it's been 3 years since that particular exercise. Those spots are still clean. So whenever you're given a solution that your past seniors are doing, try and find a way, how can you improve on that current solution and solve that problem in a sustainable way. Next point, be fit. Okay, with this point, I'll say something. I was never the sports person kind of person in school or in college, except in 2 sports. I was exceptional at that. That is tug of war and Ludo. These were the 2 sports I was really good at. And I remember very clearly that once I was taken into the house cricket team in school, and I was the extra man, I was the 12th person, and they gave me a chance to field at the boundary. There was a catch that was coming to my end. I not only missed the catch, but it bounced off my hand and it went for a 6. Lot of abuses were heard at that particular point of time. But the point, I'll get straight to the point, is that I don't need to explain this point. I've always had or preferred a healthy lifestyle for myself, which gave me at least 200% of energy that I could function on. And that's what's more important than anything else. So I don't need to explain this point more, but you do get what I'm trying to explain. Next one, intern. All right. So a lot of you might find opportunities in internships all across. Don't do internships because your college tells you to do. Do internships because you've got to learn something out of it. All right? Find a company which is probably doing very well or has a good work culture and be after your seniors to learn every possible thing. Don't think of it as a 9 to 5 job that you've got to come at 9 and leave at 5. You've got to learn every possible thing that is there while doing an internship. And I'll tell you something, there is no task in an internship or any work that is big or small. Even carrying bottles of water and coming to backstage is a task that you need to do. Because I always say this quote to my team members, that we are creating leaders within our team. And to become a great leader, you need to be a great slave. And you need to understand exactly every part of the process. Because once you're a leader, you'll know, okay, these are the problems I faced while I was doing that task. And this is how you're going to solve them. So go for internships. We hire a lot of smart interns. Go for internships and apply for them. It will be the best experience for all of you. Next point, travel. Travel, very self-explanatory, but I'll put it in 2 brackets. All right? 1, solo travel. Find time to go for a solo trip because that will allow you to understand who you are as a person while in school and college. And second, please find time to go on a trip with friends because that will possibly be the best memories that you'll ever make in your life. And I can say today, once you're out of school, once you're out of college, it's so difficult to match schedules of every single person that our friend group trip has been postponed for the past 4 years. So make an opportunity, make the use of going for a trip with friends while you're in college. You'll love me for this after saying this point. Study for Acads, all right? I was a very good student in academics. I did exceptionally well. And I listened to a lot of people who used to come to me and tell me, you know, look at Mark Zuckerberg, look at Steve Jobs, look at Bill Gates, look how they dropped out of college and they have multi-billion-dollar companies. I get it, there are exceptions. But that does not rule out how important academics is. All right? I'm not saying, so this is how I look at academics in itself. The amount of marks you get is more or less a direct reflection of the amount of hard work you put in. Getting a 98% in boards, it can't be possible without actually putting in the work. So I'm not saying that you should only be academically oriented. Balance it out, but academics count. Your CGPA will count because you're not just reading and studying and pouring things out, you're learning. And you cannot put a value of a mark to learning. Next point, circle. This is the most important point for school, college, and for life. The circle of people that you move around with, your core circle of influence that influences your thoughts and actions, those are the kind of people that you need. Those are the kind of people that you need to really evaluate who they are and what they do for you. I've had the best circle possible in my school and in my college times because all of them super ambitious, super hardworking, super talented, and most importantly, super supportive of all the decisions that we are taking. So evaluate the kind of circle, your friend group, and whoever they are, because that is going to be the game changer entirely for you. Next point, listen to your parents. I've been blessed and privileged to have the best upbringing possible. And whenever if my parents tell me something, what I do is that I critically evaluate it. Because our parents want the best for us. You critically evaluate it. If you think that there is some space where you need to reason out, then you reason out with that, with your parents, with communication. Talk to them. Tell them that going out at night and working on something is all right. And they will understand. But always remember, don't just reject what your parents are telling you, because they have double the experience of life than you guys have, or the other we have. So listen to your parents. Explore. I feel I've been the king in exploring different things. I was very intrigued by scuba diving, so I became a professional scuba diver, and I've done almost 30 dives. I was very intrigued by horses, so I became an amateur level polo player. I was very intrigued by stand-up comedy, so I tried one stand-up open mic, and I understood that was not for me. And after that, what I really learned, that every time I explored something new, I could get a different perspective on things. And this, me being here, has been entirely a part of my exploration journey. If I would not have put out that first video on the internet, which I was exploring what possibilities it could bring for me, I would not be here today. So don't shy away from exploring your opportunities. Go with the flow. A lot of people become very stringent with their plans. They think that this is the plan and this is how it's going to be done. That's absolutely, I will tell you not to do it. I have been a very action-oriented person in my life. Every time I get an idea, I think if this is valuable, I will execute on it. Don't just stick around saying that in school I was good in drama, so I'll continue drama in college. I will not explore what poetry or what music or what sports can bring me. Don't be stringent with your ideas. Be open to maneuvering, be open to opportunities, and go with the flow. Enjoy the show. The penultimate point, be hungry. I've always been hungry to create something of value in this world that is way bigger than me. Be hungry to meet new people. Be hungry to create new things. Be hungry to actually make an impact in someone's life. Be hungry to have great pizza, because what's life without some enjoyment? The point is, be hungry in whatever you're doing, and everything will fall into place. And the last point, the 18th point, we're almost on the 18th minute, is in school and in college, leave a legacy. Do you want to be remembered as only one of the students in school? Or do you want to be remembered as the student who is remembered for 5, 50, 500 years within school? And you just don't leave a legacy by doing something very different. It's about talking and connecting with people. The ground staff, the teachers, the administration. Every single one should know you. And that's how, ladies and gentlemen, you leave a legacy. And all these 18 points that I've clubbed together, all these 18 points of leaving a legacy and making a mark, if you're able to execute all of them, then let me tell you, you will not just have the best student life, you will have the best life possible. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hearing me out.